Great. So now that we have full list of our API endpoints in the discovery, we can move on to second pillar, which is the posture findings. Posture findings are any security misconfigurations, bad design, or not following security best practices for API endpoints. And these can be security vulnerabilities that might be exploited later on. We're going to see now few examples like that and how we can share the information with additional teams like the developers that can fix them. We're here in the demo environment. In the Security tab, you can see that we map all the posture findings and runtime incidents to the OWASP API Top 10 framework based on the 2023 list. To go into the posture findings, we click on this tab. You can also choose from different types of views. In here, you see there are 4 critical, 6 high, and 9 medium. In the critical, we have this type called Internet-facing API exposes sensitive data without authentication. Let's click on one of them and see what is being exposed here. In each posture finding or runtime incident, we share these 3 sections: what happened, why that's a problem, and what should you do about it. In this API, it shared a gender data type, which is a sensitive data type without authentication. And if you want to see actual evidence, click on this button, and here you can see a few requests and responses, and the gender field is being highlighted here in the response. In the request, you don't see any authentication method detected or any cookies or any parameters in any re-authentication related headers. So this endpoint is not authenticated and it's shared a sensitive data type in the response, which is very, very clear. We also include a recommendation either adding authentication to the endpoint or not sharing this sensitive data type in this endpoint. And you can also change the status of the posture finding: in progress, rejected, not a problem, other, and so on. And if you mark it as resolved, we don't verify it until the platform sees more new traffic on this endpoint, either with authentication or without this sensitive data type, which means that it actually got resolved. So you can manually select Resolve Not Verified. But it will be verified automatically when the platform sees that the issue was actually fixed. You can also see the timelines, comments that people make there, and the API endpoint information. You can also share this link or download this posture finding. You can also create a workflow, which means that you select a predefined criteria. Let's say we want to share only the critical posture findings with the SOC team over email, or create a workflow integrations to Slack or Jira or ServiceNow, and then we'll see them in this dropdown and select and share via Slack channel or opening a Jira ticket. You can see other types of posture findings here like this one. Receive sensitive data in query parameters, which is not recommended. Here, the vehicle identifier is being shared over the query parameters, and by clicking on the evidence, we can see here that the vehicle identifier number is actually part of the URL in the query parameter. You can see it here also the query parameters. We also have a view only of the query parameters, so you can see it as well here. So it's very clear what is the issue here and how to resolve it. Sometimes it's useful to show in the reports the graph that shows how many posture findings we detect and how many are being resolved or closed. With time, you want these 2 graphs to either be the same or be with the smallest gap that you have. We detect more issues. The developers get notified about them and they fix them, and then new APIs are being released. New issues are detected, developers are fixing them over time. This can be a great KPI to use to track your security posture. So that was the posture findings section.